helps me see that I'm capable of making good decisions and making the best of less favorable ones. When it comes to actually making decisions, I've reached the conclusion that there is no right one. I used to stress over my options, trying to figure out which decision was right and which was wrong. I would go over a list of pros and cons and ask for opinions from my family, friends, and teachers. Still, neither option seemed better or worse than the other. But then I realized that most of the time, both options have the potential to be right. Life is ambiguous. There is no one right answer. There may be a best answer, but it varies from person to person. In either way, other answers can still be good. The best advice given to me about decision making was to choose whatever makes me happy. This advice is different from the rest. No one person told me this. Many people did. That's what makes it stick out to me. Happiness is crucial to life. Without it, days drag by without meaning. Nothing is enjoyable and everything is pointless. So, to be happy with your life and enjoy it, you have to base your decisions on you. Do what makes you most happy. Don't make a decision just because someone else wants you to. Sometimes you might have to compromise with practicality, but don't lose sight of your happiness. I want to live a life that I'm happy with. I want to think for myself and make my own choices. I want to overpower stress by spending time with my friends and family. I want to know and actively believe that everything really will be okay, because I know that everything is worked out for it. I want to do what makes me happy. I want to live my life for me, and I will. I hope that as we leave this school and go into the world that we remember these things. Don't be afraid to take charge of your life and live it for you. Do what makes you happy. I wish you all the best.
And now our senior class historian, Melanie Hawkins, will give us a brief history of the class of 2019.
Wow, what a journey this has been. What a lifetime this has been. What a milestone this has been that we are finishing today as the class of 2019. I'm Melanie Hawkins, the class historian, and I'm honored to be speaking to you today. It all began in kindergarten when we first came to Shoals Community School. The first 7 years in elementary was fun, playing at recess, going on field trips, performing plays, and much more. The 2 years in junior high, we found ourselves being more independent before we entered high school. In the fall of 2016, 45 nervous and excited students entered Shoals High School as freshmen. We elected officers to start off the year. We ended the year happy to no longer be freshmen. In 2017, 44 sophomores came through the door of Shoals High School, eager to start a new year. It was exciting to order our class wings. We worked our various fundraisers preparing to host our prom, and we ended the year looking forward to being upperclassmen. In 2018, 41 juniors returned to Shoals High School ready to tackle a very busy year. As juniors, we carried on the tradition of putting on the haunted house at the fall festival, selling magazines, working in the concessions of ball games, and much more. The class worked very hard to host the 2018 prom, Tale as Old as Time. On the last day of school, we left Shoals High School excited to begin our senior year and realizing we only had 180 days of school left. In the fall of 2018, 48 entered Shoals High School ready to end our high school career, not realizing how fast this year would go by. For our senior trip, we went to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Indiana State House, and Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. We survived the hike up Klingerman's Dome, as well as enjoying a huge dinner and show at Dixie Stampede. We spent the day at Hollywood riding many roller coasters and spending time with friends. And on May 25th, 2019, 50 students graduated as the class of 2019. Thank you.
Someone once said, I call my students my kids because in our year together, they aren't just kids on my class list, they become a part of my heart. There are no truer words for this graduating class of 2019, except I've not had them just 1 year. I've had them half of my 10-year career here at Shoals School. I'd like to share our history together. In December of 2008, I graduated Oakland City University with a degree in elementary and special education, not knowing what my future held. During the summer of 2009, I interviewed for a position at Shoals Elementary. Literally a week before school started, I was offered a third grade teaching position. Here I was, 23 years old, never had a class of my own, not knowing what the students would be like, not knowing what to expect, and so forth. I'm sure third grade parents who received that call that their child was being moved from a veterans teacher room to a brand new teacher's classroom was just as nervous as I was. And I don't blame you. During that time, I received 15 of the most precious 8-year-olds as my first official class, 11 of whom are sitting here in front of you today. Kenyon, I added your name to the speech. Clayton, Evan, Kyle, Ruth, Georgia, Kayla, Serenity, Gary, Harley, and JD. We had the perfect year. We traveled to other countries. We learned how to eat with chopsticks. We had a fancy Christmas breakfast at my cafe where they were able to order from a menu and be waited on by a server, which was me. And we visited Lincoln Boyhood Park for a field trip. Fast forward 2 years later, the same class is getting ready to be 5th graders. Since I was the last teacher hired, I was the one who got moved when needed. I found out at the end of May that I would be moving to 5th grade. It was there that I received every single one of my students that I had in that 3rd grade class back, except for one. Georgia, I'm not sure what happened to you. Ended up in another room. I also gained several extras. Johnny, Jacob Harrison, and Jacob Wade, Ariana, Sean, Katrina, Daniel, Angel, Josh, Nick, Rose, Lily, Kendra, and Jared. I was also privileged to have the other 5th grade class as well, since we switched that year. This included Tristan, Jonathan, Ryan H., and Ryan S., Chase, Romy, Hallie, Lori, Eddie, Mary, Caleb, Tanner, Amber, Olivia, and Melanie. The other half was just as good as the half I had in my homeroom. This was the second best year of teaching I ever had. There was just something about this group of kids that touched my heart. On the last day of 5th grade, I never thought I would be with them again as an entire class. Little did I know that I would become a high school principal in 2016 when this group was entering their sophomore year. Throughout these 3 years, the class gained several new ones who I came to love just as much. Maddie, Jacobson, Bree, Marshall, Lathan, Abriana, Ashley, Sam, Cheyenne, Austin, and Chase. Yes, you, Chase. So, out of my 10-year career here at Shoals Community, I've been blessed with this fine group of young men and women that sit in front of you today for half of my career. And I could not think of any better class to experience those 5 years with. They are the first class ever that I went on with their senior trip. And boy, was that an adventure. I'm not a theme park person. I don't even do the roller coasters at Holiday World. I barely do the Holly Dog with my 5-year-old. So I had every intention at Dollywood to find a park bench and just relax. However, somehow 2 different groups talked me into riding 2 different rides. One ride being a slow-paced boat ride, which is my kind of ride, but you are my favorite students right now. Even though they asked me the whole time we're waiting in line to keep my sunglasses on, they said, Miss Hovis, Keep your sunglasses on so you look like one of us and not a mom. The other group stretched the truth just a little to get me on a ride that was not supposed to go very fast, nor go upside down or anything crazy. I was like, there's no reason not to believe them because they are such good kids. I should have known when I got on and I was strapped in every way imaginable that I was in for quite the ride. I soon discovered this not-so-fast ride traveled through an abandoned coal mine, had a 95-degree, 85-foot vertical drop into complete darkness. When I thought it couldn't get any worse, we are flying upside down, and at one point there was fire blowing in our face. Yes, actual fire. I screamed, I cried. I was literally shaking when we came off the ride, and when I looked at the students who dragged me on that ride, which were, by the way, Caleb, Tanner, Sean, Melanie, Olivia, Kendra, Amber, and Josh. They looked at me and they said, "What? We've never been here before, so we didn't know." I never thought we would get to today. I guess I thought I'd always have these young men and women here with me. And now I can't even begin to think what it will be like without them in the halls, or in the classrooms, or in my office every single day. They are one of the strongest academic classes to come out of Shoals High School. Approximately 1/3 of the class maintains a 4.0 or higher GPA. Over half of the class maintained a B average through their 4 years of high school. We have 26 students who have committed to attending a university, 3 who will join a branch of the military, and 20 who are entering the workforce. This class are risk takers. They're fearless of what their future holds. They motivate each other when times are tough. This is the class of 2019, and I love you all. Now we will watch a video put together by seniors Tristan Peterson and Katrina Sykes.
Somebody would have told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band. I was thinking about the bands. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name in the star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I lay in my bed and dream about what I become. Couldn't wait to get up, couldn't wait to do something. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe, that someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret.
Going through my closet the other day, I found an old yearbook, flipped right to the page of that senior trip. down there on that Panama Strip. We all started yelling when we smelled the beach. Couldn't wait to try our fake IDs. We only had a few days and a whole lot of memories to make. Oh man, we were living, didn't waste 1 minute. We talked and drank and danced and said goodbye. We laughed until we cried. This past year my family was sitting cross-legged round a Christmas tree listening to Granddad. We all knew it'd probably be his last. He was cracking jokes and we were taking turns telling stories about fishing or lessons learned out on the porch with him. We all felt like kids again. Oh man, we were living, sitting there reminiscing. We sang and talked and traveled back in time. We laughed until we cried. It's like the best days under the sun. Every emotion rolled into one. A little of this, a little of that. Kinda happy, kinda sad. Just the other night the baby was crying, so I got out of bed and rocked her a while, and I held her tight, and I told her it would be alright. And my mind went back to a few years ago. We tried so long, we almost gave up hope, and I remember you coming in telling me the news. Oh man, we were living, going crazy in the kitchen. We danced and screamed and held each other tight. We laughed until we cried.
Couple cane poles sitting down by the creek. Lines in the water, watching those flowers, seeing that red sun sink. Mama's on the porch yelling supper's hot. Y'all come and get it. We yelled 5 more minutes. At 16 it was 12:03, standing at her front door. Katie's dad said midnight, but we needed just a little more. Yellow light flipping on and off, interrupting that good night kissing. We wanted 5 more minutes. Time goes by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. Oh, they just keep on flying. To the 50-yard line, just the coach and me. After we lost 18 tonight, and I cried, man, next time we get in here, I'll have to buy you 2. Can't you give me 5 more minutes? Time goes by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. They just keep on flying round my SUV, complaining, saying I can't wait to turn 18. She said I'll make my own money and I'll make my own rules. Mama put the car in park out there in front of the school. She kissed her bud, said I was just like you. You're gonna miss this, you're gonna want this back, you're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are some good times, so take a good look around. You may not know it now, but you're gonna miss this. Before she knows it, she's a brand new bride in a one-bedroom apartment, and her daddy stops by. He tells her it's a nice place, she said it'll do tonight. Starts talking about babies, buying a house. Never shakes his hand. Says, baby, just slow down. You're gonna miss this. You're gonna want this back. You're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are some good times, so take a good look around. You may not know it now, but you're gonna miss this. 5 years later, there's a woman working on the water heater. Dog's barking, the phone's ringing. One kid's crying, one keeps screaming. She keeps apologizing. He says they don't bother me. I've got 2 babies of my own. One's 36, one's 23. It's hard to believe, but you're gonna miss this. You're gonna want this back. You're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are some good times, so take a good look around. You may not know it now, but you're gonna miss this. You're gonna miss this. Yeah, you're gonna miss this. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this task known as why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, and if the end is right, it'll be the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time.
row, please stand. Caleb Luke Belcher. Jacobson John Wagner. Jonathan James Treadway. Tristan James Peterson. Clayton Robert Tishner. Nicholas Stephen McKinnon. Amber Dawn Fields. Ariana J. Braun. Austin Tyler Brown Faber.